So hello everyone, welcome to a game of MDM. This game is casted in post and it features some players from Group D. Let's just try to jump in and see where everyone's at. The leaders picked were Muad'Dib, Esma, Fate and Staban. I think all of these leaders, I'm really confident in three of them, like Muad'Dib, Esma and Staban. Staban recently has been seeing a lot of success. In first position as well is really strong. He opens deliver supplies into a refinery play, gets him to 2 slurry, allows him to put in troops as well, opting not to go for the early spice, which I think is interesting. Fate in this case gets the ferment friendship immediately. This allows him to put in hooks. Surprised that he only puts in 2 troops. I think in this case, because someone else has put in 2 troops, he just put in 1 more to cover. It's either that or you leave it as 1 troop. Esma, because you have 2 daggers often leads to the weirdest things. So he chooses to put in 2 troops, and Muad'Dib does not put in any troops. I think the rest will be happy with this. He went to accept contracts into accept contracts into halls. This gives him a good buy, or a relatively good buy of 5. With 5 to buy, Staban picks up Smuggler's Haven. 3 to buy, Fate picks up Calculus. Another Calculus picks up by Esma. And with 5 to buy, I'm not sure what his name is, Mercantile Affairs is picked up. Gives Blue another contract. I think you probably pick up the other Harvest contract, right? If you have 1 Harvest contract, the next Harvest contract is so good. But I can imagine picking up the draw contract. It's pretty good at this point, especially since your intrigue is kind of dead. Okay, first combat resolves, and yellow with 2 daggers takes it down. Wow, green has a very naturally high buy hand. I think he might be upset because he doesn't see any yellows, but I don't think he should be. This is really good for him. He gets a good buy, and then after he can get hooks as well and set up for next round, deploy decently into combat as well. Esma has both his ring and Calculus. Chooses to collect spice first. I find it interesting why as Esma you want to go to your own siege. I think it's really strange. I think intrigues are better than Solari unless you're hitting your breakpoints. He puts in 1 troop. Muad'Dib goes to Femkit with his diplomacy and not seek allies. Puts in 2 troops. If you're Staban here, I think you the entire round revolves around your ring. You want to get high? You want to get an early high council? I think early high council is possible. You could collect spice and then play your dagger. I guess the issue about that also is combat is not a guarantee. Another way is you could pick up a commander, then after that put in your troop. This is relatively flexible. When you have an Esma and a Staban in the game, they kind of work against each other. There's some leaders which naturally fight Staban. Wow! I'm so surprised green doesn't get hooks here. Hooks is so good. It just sets you up well for the rest of the game. Why do you need 6 persuasion? 5 is enough for everything. Maybe it's a combat blocking move, but I don't like it. If you're Esma here, do you? He picks up detonation, which is a pseudo combat intrigue. He gets 6 to buy. with Seek in hand. I don't like keeping Seek. I think it's like just a mistake. Because Muad'Dib has the option to go get his Fremen friendship. He chooses not to. He's trying to save his water in order to get like this harvest contract off. Now if you're Esma, do you barrel troops in? He doesn't. He just places a spy on the land stretch. 5 to buy, or 6 to buy with green. He picks up probably Quash Rebellion. I do like leadership in this spot as well. Both are pretty good. 6 to buy. Yellow is opting towards the Bureaucrat. Bureaucrat's quite a flexible card. Whereas leadership forces you like down some combat-ish path. He chooses leadership. With 4 to buy. Yeah, blue has like all these contract cards. He picked up Corrupt Bureaucrat and Staban in the position 1 with last to buy picks up Sugar Wire. I think purely for access. I think as Staban players still feel as though they need to like buy these like weaker access cards. However, I don't really agree that is true. So red get no combat rewards for his 1 troop because yellow burns an intrigue. Green wins with 3 troops. Red is either first to Swordmaster or High Council, depending on what he feels like. Okay, and now off to yellow. Yellow has a double dagger hand, so low persuasion hand. He chooses to go to Seek Allies. Go to Fremkit to draw a card. He draws his Seek Allies. I'm never happy to see Seek Allies in this stage of the game. I think it's like not really doing anything. Muad'Dib goes to Arakeen, draws a card, gets his Diplo. Now I guess he can get a water so that he can harvest spice next round. Okay, so Staban draws into his ring, which is a green access, which is significant. He can pick up both the High Council contract or the Harvest contract. He chooses Harvest contract. Find that interesting. Okay, so Fate places on a spy, finally gets hooks. He got hooks last round, right? Your first action hooks is so much better. You can just like throw in a worm, you don't have to worry about anything. But I guess he had no garrison as well because of his last combat, but he has a bunch of swords. Good combat for green. A lot better if he's able to like not have to pull his spy for it. Okay, so Staban picks up the espionage contract. All these Solari contracts are viewed very highly, I think, by the community. Speaking of buying a commander, I don't mind buying a commander here. When your garrison is empty, like commanders are even stronger. Like when everyone's garrison is full, like 1 troop doesn't mean much, but when everyone's troops garrison is empty, 1 troop means so much. As for Toll, Muad'Dib picks up his water so that he can go deep desert next round. And it's a Swordmaster play from Staban. Probably putting down a spy on a maker space to turn on his card. Excuse me, his Smuggler's Haven. Double dagger from yellow. 3 to buy. You could pick up beast spoils, but I don't think you're very happy to pick up beast spoils. You might be just picking up prepared away. Based on how he's playing, he seems like he doesn't value swords that highly, but he did pick up leadership, and I think if you have leadership, like beast spoils goes up in value tremendously. You just need to commit to like fighting. Oh, Guild Spy. Guild Spy is still really good. If you're fine to buy here, you probably you can make a case for Guild Spy, but you can make a case like you already have like Corrupted Bureaucrat. I think you can make a case for Guild Spy, but he picks up Southern Faith. Southern Faith is pretty good. If I'm red here, I might greed it. I might greed just going for secrets and getting an intrigue. Oh, but he early reveals. He picks up Guild Spy. Does he pick up like Paracompass or something? No, he picks up Truth Chance. 3 to buy. Oh, if you're 3 to buy from green, you definitely pick up Guild Spy. He picks up Cargo Runner. Pretty good card if you can get a bunch of contracts completed. Oh, this game is going well for green. I mean, I don't agree with like all his actions, but outcome wise, like has worked out well. Issues now, you draw 2 endgame intrigues, and then you feel a bit stuck. But I think you can't complain. You probably find another way to throw in another worm this combat. Then you regret not having played any of your Diplos. So if you're red here, like getting High Council is pretty important. Yeah, I think if you're red here, getting High Council is pretty important. If you're blue here, you want to collect the spice, and then with the Solari that you generate, you want to do something with it. Okay, finishes both contracts. I don't really like this spy placement. He gets Sword Master now, and he can Highliner for a match as well. Fade probably gets... Yeah, Fade probably tries to throw in a worm. If you're yellow here... there's some things that are not going well for yellow's game. He needs to use his spice somehow, but he hasn't found really good ways to. Now when you're playing your calculus like that, it's not really great. Like calculus is so much better if you have a spy on a faction space. He puts in just his commander. Swordmaster. Not buying attack is criminal here. You have like 10 spies. Like you probably should like pick up like self-destroying messages or something. Oh, picking up troops. Really? And then commander? What in the world? A charismatic commander. Oh, that's so interesting. I never considered it. I'll fly have when like accept contracts, pick up the the contract for Spacing Guild, and then after that you just go High Council and just like kind of be happy. I think he's thinking about trying to win this combat. He acts after yellow. He acts after blue, which is good. So if he does win this combat, then it's a match. So I mean, because it's a match, I can understand it. Yeah. Now that on like as I think about it more, I can understand it. I don't know if I would have done whatever he has done. Okay, so yellow picks up navigation chamber. He spends his spice, which is good. Oh, and blue goes for the passive play by going shipping. That's what he's spending his spice for. I really like going highliner here. With 5 to buy from green, Spacing Guild's favor probably is the pick. If you're yellow, you probably pick up this, a dangerous rhetoric, and try to get a spy on some faction. He's fishing. Oh, that's a pretty good card as well. So he picks up Charlotte Council after Dangerous Rhetoric. He has 3 more to buy. And he picks up Imperial Spy Master. With 5 to buy, Muad'Dib picks up Paracompass. And Staban picks up Prepare the Way. Now, I like this round from Red. I think if you minus off 2 troops, you would be at 7 strength. Yeah, this guarantees him the combat, which probably is better. I like this line from Red. Really good. It turns your intrigue and 2 spies into a victory point. Which when you have good spy, like getting in a match is really good. Okay, so green trashes is convincing. So now red has a bunch of faction but does not have Guild Spy. Guild Spy should be in his deck though. He places in the commander. Is he confident of getting to enough persuasion? I think in his deck he has like Signet Ring as well. I'm sure yellow goes Espionage here. He has to, right? I think blue will go High Council. I mean, you're green, you've been on this like you've been on this worm train, and I don't think you get off this train anytime soon. What you might do as green is you might just go Sarukar, so you get a garrison. Then after you go and deploy some troops later into combat, maybe at a worm spot if you can. If you can't, it's fine as well. This sets up for Swordmaster, which is not bad as well. Yeah, you can last action worm. I don't hate it. You should buy attack here. Let's see what blue decides to buy. Okay, I missed some action, so let me just pause it for a moment. Okay, so let's just do analysis of what things have happened. So what happens then? Let's go from red, right? So red has went to deliver supplies, cashed out his Bunker's Haven point, so he spends his spice, and then he gets a point. He doesn't plan for Guild Spy, and then he plays. He spends his water to go to Desert Tactics to kind of trash out one of his daggers probably, and then he just reveals and probably buys a Prepared Away. Setting up for later, he doesn't need an insane Guild Spy, he just needs good Guild Spy. And somehow, oh, I think it's combat as well, and then he has found some way to pick up the spacing to contract, which is really good. Okay, then green went for Swordmaster, and so the yellow found a way to Swordmaster as well. After that, green went to deploy a worm, a naked worm in this case, but it still seems like he'll get like second or third place. Both are really good. Even if he has like too many contracts, I think that's fine as well. Blue, when he went to High Council, he bought Sardaukar High Command, which is just one VP. So like he's spending all his spice for this one VP. He has no commander, so actually he doesn't even buy the commander of High Council. I don't really like this play. I think like if you're spending your spice, you want it to be active, and getting a point like is good, but it's not great. Like he's just trying to get to 10 points. I don't know if he's faster than like a Guild Spy player or like the other players at the table. And then you have yellow, who has this like half in, half out deck. He should just fully come into combat, but if he like every time he makes an action, it feels as though he's trying not to like go into combat. He plays his Beast Spoils, and then he played his Spy Master to Sword Master. Two more players with hooks this round. No one yet has blown the wall, but with so many tricks, I'm not surprised if someone blows the wall. Anyway, this is where we're at. Let's continue the game. Okay, so green plays a combat intrigue. He wins the combat. He doesn't get to more than 4 intrigues. He has to put down 2 spies as well, which is relevant in this case. Yellow can retreat 2 troops. Why will you not retreat 2 troops? But he chooses to retreat 1. Places spy down on Haga. It's a very strange spy unless you're planning to break the wall. It is like round 6, so like you only have like 1 confirmed non-wall combat. Seems like green went up to more than 4 intrigues yet, like 1 endgame stolen from him or something. Now if you're red, you probably want to go High Council. Probably want to place a spy somewhere good. I don't understand why players don't like Sardaukar. Sardaukar is like such a good spot, like value wise. If you think like the value for Swordmaster for Highliner is good, the value for Sardaukar is even better. I guess the issue is that you get to like more than 4. You get to too many intrigues, and him not playing 1 here is a bit strange as well. So yellow goes to accept contracts. It is a wall combat. It's one that no one really cares about unless you have a match. So it's like a clear fight between green and yellow for this combat. Oh, blue has quite a dead hand. I think if you have this hand, you probably just go research station and be done with it. If not your entire round you're doing like close to nothing. Like you could make a line to like shipping, but at the same time it's also very slow. Not spending your water here, this feels a bit criminal. Like, what do you need your water for? Okay, he puts a spy down on Benny and he gets an intrigue. Now he has 9. But he could put in the commander. Yeah, you could put in the commander and then still be at 9 persuasion. The early review here is red. I think you can consider it. Green gets 1 spice just to burn an intrigue. Guess he's thinking of wall breaking. That's why he's keeping the intrigues that he has. Esma plays his ring. Once again, it's one of those rounds where Esma has like none of his faction cards. Like you want some faction access. You like want at least one. So this gives more deep enough persuasion for a spice must flow. It's not great either way. Like you lose an action. Like research station here seemed to make so much sense. So see if like Esteban chooses to go to research station in this round. Or does he choose to just reveal? I think you can like yeah. He chooses to just reveal. It is a triple bump. Nice. He's hoping to draw into Guild Spy again, but even if he doesn't, it seems fine as well. He has a line to 10. Like his line to 10 is like Smuggler's Haven, Spice Must Flow, Benny Friendship kind of thing, which seems pretty doable. He can even like pull his spies to do it. He doesn't need Guild Spy. So green picks up a commander. Probably trashes a card. See if like yellow decides to fight green for this combat. Is it another bad calculus? Blowing the wall?
No! Atomics!
Recalls the spy as well. I don't know why you choose to recall the spy here. Like you blow the wall, like The spy there is super valuable. Spice must flow from blue. If you're green, you don't really care about this combat too much. I mean, it would be nice, but you don't really care about it. Six to buy. He picks up the Truth Trance. He wins his combat, gets back a full garrison, and a match. So looks like the game's pretty close. With a propaganda combat popping up, anyone with alliance would feel a bit scared. So meaning that red should feel a bit scared about this. But yellow is the one who's set up best for this combat, and yellow doesn't seem like he can threaten like spacing. Yellow has the resources. I guess if you're blue, you can worm this. Okay, so I wonder if like Staban sees a line to 10 points. Without the Haven point, it might be a little bit hard. It is possible though. Okay, so can green win this combat? He doesn't have spies, he doesn't really have troops. He doesn't have great commanders as well. He could go high council and pick up like the other commander and maybe pick up glow globes as well. He's choosing to draw to fix his hand. Yeah, I mean that's one of the issues with like early deploying, right? He goes Sadaka last round and he like throws all 4 troops in, and this gives like the other players very easy options to cover you. Like they have like positional advantage over you, and last to deploy has so much say, and so because of that, his Sadaka investment doesn't really pay off. Like he didn't need to throw in all the troops. He could have like thrown in some of the troops. And then his garrison will be a bit more healthy and then he can fight this combat. Oh. Yellow goes for High Council, picks up the commander. Takes Desperate. Probably going Highliner next if he has access. Nope. Oh, he picks up Glow Globes. Influence in the Spacing Guild. I think if you are Staban, you can consider like playing your prepared away to espionage and like triple drawing. If you hit your guild spy, you are a very good case to win the game. Oh, he draws his guild spy immediately. That's pretty sick. I think it was very risky though. I do like yeah, I do like this triple draw a little bit more. I wonder whether like when Joe watches this, what will he think? Like prepare the way into espionage, you draw 3, you can get placed on a spy anywhere. Space in Guild's favor from green. He puts in a worm. Probably plays the intrigue to deploy the troops now. See what other intrigue he gets. He gets another endgame. And here comes the highliner for a lot of strength. It's like 17 strength with this deploy. You surely deploy the commander. I think you can put in one more troop even. You don't spare any expense this combat. It is 3 points for you. If you blue, this combat suddenly feels out of reach. And I don't think you can get any other points. Maybe if you draw well, no, I don't think so. You have a double draw if you play Southern Faith. You can play Southern Faith and have a double draw. Maybe that'll be good enough. He's still trying to win the combat. But mathematically it's out of reach already. So Stubana picks up spies for tiebreakers. Now you have an Imperial Privilege play. I think you should have done the Imperial Privilege play the last round. So blue recognizes the game's gonna end. He plays the intrigue. He doesn't have enough persuasion to trigger the swords. Oh, but he does trigger forbidden weapons for. He could tie it. Here, LSR gets both friendships. Further locks in spacing. Yeah, gets the 10 points. Okay, Okay, now you know the game's definitely ending. How do you play around it? You surely play Change Allegiances here, right? How do you not play Change Allegiances? You have to play it. Go down. No, no. You go down spacing and then you go up Benny. Oh, you gotta pull another intrigue. Three swords from Muad'Dib. He gets another intrigue. Okay, I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Five swords from green. And we're gonna see 5 swords from yellow now. Yellow didn't even trash Desperate. You already have a player showing that he's gonna end. You definitely trash Desperate, right? Okay, and yellow wins his combat. I guess with 2 combat trees you feel safe, but I don't think you ever should risk it against someone who has 1 more action. So yellow in this gets 3 points. Oh yeah. So he takes Benny, he takes Fremen, he gets to 9 points, and red wins this game. Yeah, yellow gets another point. Yeah, here you have the power of Guild Spy, right? Guild Spy comes and I think Red is very fortunate to draw it this round, leading him into the win. Lucky, yes, but I mean, there are many ways you could have got there as well. Like even after picking up this refinery, he could have played a card and then after went to refinery to draw another 2. I still do think the espionage line is slightly better, not by much, but a little bit better. Like if he needs Skills Spy to win this game, I think that's better. It would have been a triple draw plus spy. Yeah. But overall, he wins the game. So good job, Alyssa. And hope you enjoyed this game. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the coverage of MDM so far, do leave a comment and suggestions on how to improve. And thanks for watching, guys. See you around.